fighters.
So what you are watching here is a Virtua Fighter 2 tournament with Bunbum Maru, who is about to go against Damon Lau. And I know, who, what, where, when, why. And you know what, that makes sense, as I'm aware most of my audience is from the States. And let's be honest, Virtua Fighter 2 did not catch on, unlike in Japan, or more specifically, in Asian territories. Woo! Virtua Fighter 2 was mega popular out there. This matters because Virtua Fighter 2 set an impact in the world, if we're being honest, especially in these Asian territories. It was a very competitive and technical video game, but it was also an early example of an esport. Now this is more important to consider. Because of this, it led to creation of another thing. During the height of Virtua Fighter 2, two things have happened. So in the tournament scene, there was a lot of super players. For example, we had Bunbum Maru, Shinjuku Jackie, Ikebukuro Sarah, and Kashiwa Jeffrey, who were dominating the tournament scene. Along with that, let's go to number 2. Number 2, SEGA was enjoying the success of Virtua Fighter 2. That immediately some of the folks in AM2 wanted to create something new, but SEGA declined and created what we're going to talk about today, well, briefly. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Boiken Muyo, Anarchy in the Nippon, also known as, if translated, your opinion is worthless, anarchy in Japan, from my understanding. The story goes that the people in AM2 who wanted to create a new game after the rejection of SEGA left and decided to create their own thing. And what's even cooler, not only are these done by former Virtua Fighter 2 staff, but they also decided to bring on some of the Virtua Fighter 2 tournament players, like the ones I mentioned earlier, which is pretty awesome because when playing the game, it really does give you a Virtua Fighter feel, although kind of bootleg-ish in a weird way, like visually, but the feel of it feels very Virtua Fighter-esque, including some of the cheap AI, or not cheap I want to say, but challenging AI you deal with this game. Other than that, it's kind of a Virtua Fighter Lost Brother. As I said before, this game is not related to SEGA. In fact, KSS are the developer and publisher of this game. The only similarities is really the Virtua Fighter 2 players, so much so you could even unlock them. However, I couldn't do that because the AI can be a little too much for this game. And also, I'm not the best Virtua Fighter player if I'm being brutally honest. That said, this game is very amusing because it's like the punk rock version of Virtua Fighter, as even though some of the characters look kinda generic, I feel that gets overlooked once you start playing the game and find your character. Personally for me, I like to play the Salaryman dude. I think it's fun and more manageable when playing the game normal, if I'm being honest. But aside from that, this game is very amusing and I just don't see many people talk about it. So much so, I feel like information of this game alone is so scarce that I'm surprised not a lot of people have talked about this game. So yeah, this game exists. Anyways, love you try it, y'all, especially if you love Virtua Fighter. As for the aftermath, the game did get a sequel, but it seems there was no involvement from the Virtua Fighter 2 tournament players, and as for those guys, they were active, But honestly, the information for them was a little complicated, especially in Google during the year of 2024.